Hi, my name is Amanda and my teammates are Tyvana, Gabby, and Yusuf, and this is our health education project. In previous generations, many people smoked cigarettes. Early on, the dangers were unknown, but once the dangers were discovered, a lot of people stopped using these products. In recent years, cigarette companies have come up with a new method called e-cigarettes in order to help people get their nicotine fix without actually smoking cigarettes. Many people, especially early on, believed that these products were much safer than cigarettes, but health experts and medical professionals have agreed that this is not the case. And since the use of e-cigarettes is a growing concern in teenagers, we wanted to focus our project on educating our peers. We have seen what happens to those who use these products at first hand. Middle school students are especially vulnerable to experimenting with e-cigarettes because adolescents just want society's approval. They want to be popular, and peer pressure can be so strong that it is difficult for those who even know the dangerous side effects to resist the urge to want to use electronic cigarettes. Our goal was to educate 7th graders about the dangers of juuling and using electronic cigarettes because they are old enough to become exposed to these products, and early education on adverse health risks are important in order to keep them from trying these products. As for our instructional planning, after we came up with our topic idea, we met a few times a month to research and to gather credible information. Then we started creating a lesson plan for the students we were teaching. After this, we presented and collected data about how much the students learned. Then we focused on creating our portfolio.
To make a Google Slides presentation in order to inform the students about e-cigarettes. We know that 7th graders have a short-term memory, so we wanted to keep it brief but interesting and informative at the same time. First, we started out by introducing ourselves, the topic, and giving the students a pretest. After that, we had the students do an activity that was a simulation of how their lungs would feel if they were to use e-cigarettes. We decided to add this activity because we know that in order for students to be engaged in our lesson, we had to make it fun for them. After the activity, we gave our presentation. We noticed some students in attendance might not even know what an e-cigarette is, and some may be misinformed, so we wanted to be sure we included accurate descriptions of what an e-cigarette is, history, myths, effects, what's found in them, dangers, statistics, laws on them, intervention, and how to simply avoid them. We wanted to appeal to the students' emotions, so we showed them a brief video on how e-cigarettes were an epidemic and taking over people's lives. Once we were done presenting the slides, we had them take the post-test. Once the post-test was complete, we answered any remaining questions they had to ensure they weren't still confused or wondering about anything. At the end, we had them repeat the slogan, "Only a fool would juul," several times in a loud voice. We picked this slogan because it was short and something that they would be able to catch on to easily. Throughout the presentation, we used comedic commentary in order to keep the students engaged. We also referred back to when we were in middle.
We divided the tasks of lesson planning and lesson delivery among the 4 of us. Amanda was in charge of contacting the teacher at Reading Middle School to see if we could come in and present, getting the straws for the activity, and creating the pre and post tests that the students took. Tyvana collected the data from the pre and post tests and put them into graphs that were in the portfolio and making the outline of the presentation. Yusuf found all the statistics and myths we used and found the video. I found information on the dangers of e-cigarettes, a real-life story about peer pressure, and the effects of e-cigarettes. When it came to the presentation part of the lesson plan, we tried to each present the slides we did the most research about, but still had each member engaged the same amount of time. Amanda presented the slides mostly about the history of e-cigarettes, what is found in an e-cigarette, and explained the pre and post tests. Tyvana presented the slides about defining an e-cigarette, the dangers of using e-cigarettes, and how to get help with e-cigarette sensation. I focused on the statistics slides, peer pressure, and explained the straw activities. Yusuf presented the slides about myths versus truths about e-cigarettes and the effects of them. Overall, our 4 members worked collectively and evenly to find all the information we needed to prepare, deliver the lesson, and engage the students for the lesson would be overall effective.
We use various techniques to determine the effectiveness of our instruction. One of the techniques that we use was pre and post tests. These 2 tests were a test to determine the knowledge of e-cigarettes of our students before and after our presentation. On page 18 of our portfolio, it has a bar graph of the number of students that got a particular question correct. And on page 19 is the post-test of that. And as you can see, it's a great improvement. Another technique that was used to evaluate our effectiveness for our instruction was teacher and student feedback. The teacher that was present during our instruction gave a very positive email about the impact that we left on her students. Also, she gave an email a couple of days after of a drawing that one of the students drew. This is the email on page 20 of the portfolio of the positive feedback the teacher gave us, and this is a drawing of SpongeBob that a student drew a couple of days after our presentation because of the great impact that we gave those students. And in this photo, our drawing, it is a SpongeBob. It's SpongeBob holding that phrase, "Only Jews will fool," which is important because in our presentation, one of our slogans was "Only a Jew will fool."
Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you're staying healthy.